Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this match between Delhi and the Rajasthan Ravens. I'm Mike Atherton, and joining me for what should be an exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Hi others, looking forward to this one. I had an opportunity earlier to get down and check out the conditions for the day, and it really does seem like a batter's paradise. Don't think the bowlers were getting a lot of help on this pitch. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Wonderful insight there from David Gower. It looks like the captains are ready for the toss. Let's go pitch side.
The away side win the toss and they'll have a bat.
Right, so we're ready to get on. Away, always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep. Can't get that outside the ring field.
And with that, they're off the mark.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Patel, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. Doesn't beat the infield.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
That's the over. The Royals are 8 for none. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There's a run here, surely.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably. Yep. I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep. No.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Royals are 17 for none. Start from the north end. Misses everything.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep. This could be trouble. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
They need to get their calling right. Mix-ups like that won't help either of this pair.
Over. The Royals are 19 for none. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end. Yep. Into the gap. Nice shot.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Yeah. Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Wait there. Well placed. Should get a single.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Straight to the fielder.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide. That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
It's a very tidy over, but they're still searching for that first wicket. Maybe it's just around the corner. Going with pace now. Picks the gap perfectly.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Wait there. No! Finds the fielder with that shot.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
They'd look for a couple here.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Yep. They'll get at least one. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Yep. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Right in the slot, probably hit too hard, crunched it straight to the fielder.
Yep. Finds the edge. Good pickup, big chance.
Trouble, complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Yep. Great shot, at least one on offer.
Bit of miscommunication there. They got back in the end. That would have been a high-risk second. Not sensible.
Yep. Yep. Nice shot. Runs possible.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be two there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Yep. End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Royals are 49 for none. 3 more fielders can be moved outside the circle. Patel has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score. No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Wait there. No!
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yeah.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Well done. Yep.
Just threw the shot too early.
The Royals weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
Wait there.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep. Off the edge. Could be 4. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep, yep. Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep. Yes, keeper, keeper. Yep.
Edged. Huge appeal. Gone. Brilliant diving catch. They made it look so easy.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball. VJ, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Drives and misses everything.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Wait. Yeah, yeah. Keepers.
That shot sees them getting their innings started.
Yep.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Bowler is confident on this one.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. No.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait. Yeah. No.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Wait on. No!
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Ngidi has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Wait! Bowler!
Misjudged that throw, and the batters survive what would have been a certain run out.
Yep. Yep. Oh, no! Yep, yep. Yeah.
Couldn't have played that any better.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Beaten on the drive.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea. Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive. That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone, and not much from it. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yeah, yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Could be close.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary. Should at least get a couple. A direct hit and this could be gone.
Decide against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they had continued on.
Yep, yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
End of the over. 9 off it. The Royals are 88 for 1. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Waiting.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Yep.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Misses everything. Poor ball, all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah, yeah.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Nice shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yeah.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2. There's a chance if this hits.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Yep. Yep.
Massive chance. Good
Yeah, yeah.
batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Waiting. Yep. Yeah.
Well placed, should get a single.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. The Royals are 107 for 1.
A little late on that, no runs scored. Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Bowler! Waiting. Yeah.
Good shot, a beauty.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Yep.
Sensible decision in the end not to take that run.
Wait.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
6 runs added there. The Royals are 113 for 1. VJ, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep. Yep. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Edged it. Big appeal. Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. They'll get at least one.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Four runs added in the over. The Royals are 117 for 2. Stark coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Threw the hands at it, somehow missed everything.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that. I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Stark has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Good return there, back from the deep. Back and across, punched well off the back foot through point to get some runs.
Yep, yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer. Chance!
Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep.
Caught, gone!
Yeah.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Ferreira, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
brings up a half century for this batsman.
Picks up 50 with that shot. A great way to start their innings. Now's the time to push on.
Start from the north end.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Blocks that ball out of the way with the pad.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Nice bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Oh, well bowled.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Doesn't bother with the bat, just pad. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Final over in this innings.
Yep.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep. No!
Straight to the fielder.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Got all of it, and for 6.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
Out! What a catch!
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yes.
Edged. Good pickup. Big chance. Trouble. Oh, gone.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
This should be close. Gone. Brilliant in the field.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Early wickets will be the key. It's a below par score. If the batting gets away early, we could see a very simple run chase. The openers will be keen to knock off these runs quickly. Not a huge total to chase down. The bowlers will need to make early inroads if they're to make it interesting. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Immaculate timing there.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
You can see how good this pitch. Can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here. Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Beaten on the drive.
Just threw the shot too early.
That's the over. Delhi are 11 for none. Milne coming into the attack from the south end. Brilliant diving stop. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep.
Huge edge.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Waiting.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Avoided the fielders, one bounce and four. Fantastic shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
No interest in that one from the batter. Milne will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
right off the middle of the bat.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field. Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Going with spin now.
Coming on to bowl.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Finds the fielder with that shot.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
Nicely played.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
The over finishes, finally. You can't really be giving batters of this quality extra balls to hit. Time for a bit of fielding in the deep. That's right off the meat of the bat.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Waiting. Yep.
Strong appeal. Doesn't beat the infield.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Misses everything. Huge appeal. times it nicely.
Good return, back from the deep. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Wait there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Wait. Wait there.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep. Keeper's ball.
There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
Chance to run two. Out! Good catch.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
It wasn't a bad ball, got it short enough, but they were onto it so early. Pivoted onto the back foot and punched it away behind square.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Just need to settle down. The ball is there to hit. They're trying too hard, I think, to really smash it, rather than just time it.
Yep.
That was a very foolish throw. No chance of a run out, and it's flown to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Wait.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too, not many opportunities to score. 3 more fielders can be moved outside the circle.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Right there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Waiting.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yep, yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. A few moves made in the field. Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
5 runs in that over. Delhi are 62 for 1. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Big shout. They'll get at least 1.
Bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
Big edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yes.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Massive edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Straight to the fielder. Delhi weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. It's flown over the boundary.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying to do a slower ball. Just got it all wrong.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Yes.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Wait.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Loud appeal. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep.
Thick edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. That's off the middle of the bat.
Yep, yep. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Big appeal. Ferreira into the attack now from the south end.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Nice shot.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
What?
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot. End of the over. 9 off it. Delhi are 111 for 1. Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Drives and misses everything.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Yep.
That's a really good half century. Started well and has continued to up the scoring rate.
Yep.
It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway. End of the over. Delhi are 121 for 1. Pereira from the south end. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Couldn't get it through the field.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
It mightn't get to the boundary. Should at least get a couple.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. Delhi are 132 for 1. Huge edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Nicely played.
That always looked like a total that would be tough to defend. They would have to have hoped to put up more of a fight though. In the end, a very comprehensive victory.
That ended up being an easy win in the end, just staying ahead of the game all the way through. Goodbye from all of us in the commentary box, and see you soon.